Welcome to Underground Crypto. Everyone says they want to be early in crypto until they actually are, because early doesn't feel exciting, it feels uncertain. And most people don't act when something feels uncertain. Anybody else ever felt like that? We're going to get into it here tonight. All right, audio's on. Good to go. Welcome to the channel. Throw something in the chat. Let me know you're here. Where are all my undergrounders at? All right, let's hop over to the crypto bubbles where we start every show. Try to get a feel for what is going on in the market. Rave is still raving. If you thought you were going to short Rave, they were going to knock you down a little bit. That's for sure. Getting some audio from a weird place here. Let me turn that. Okay, there it is. Can't be having no background audio. Yeah, so Rave up 130% today. Wow. Just absolutely crushed it. From like $7.48 to $17.90. Don't know what's going on with Rave, but it is raving. So don't see a lot of other big bubbles. Meme Core with a 5.7%. Looked like it went up to 290. Let's toggle our drop down. Very flat today. Most things pretty flat. Engine Coin up 36.2%. Nice. River up 11.8% to $9.32. Sky AI up 11.4%. We talked about that recently. Let's drop down another 100. Aside for some of these big bubbles, not a whole lot going on. Got a big red bubble here for Build On, down 38.3% to what? To 10 cents. That is World Liberty Finance ecosystem. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. A priori? Fail. All right, 84.3%. Nice pump though, even if it has a dumb name. Zama 16.7%, and Co-AI. Haven't heard about Chain Opera in a long time. Big pump today, but it looks like it's given a lot of it back. Still holding 33%. Look at that. We have a super chat already. Thank you, Blues Guy. Says, Underground, my man. Let's go IQ time. Absolutely. Let me raise that crypto IQ. Many things to do here. Let's do the news. I think a lot of times we kind of gloss over some of the news, and I want to do the news right after the crypto bubbles here. I don't want to just read verbatim off of this though. Just really want to look at the big articles of the day. Deutsche Börse buys 200. Is that supposed to be million stake in crypto giant Kraken? Okay, so big buy-in for Kraken. Not exactly sure how much. Looks like $200 million. Goldman Sachs files for its first Bitcoin ETF product. Okay, I thought they already had one. Robinhood and strategy stock jump while Bitcoin may finally be back. I think a lot of people feel like Bitcoin's back. That's for sure. Thanks again for the super chat. That is the first super chat of the night. Can we hit that 5 super chat goal? And let's see. The SEC enforcement recalibrates towards core investor protection. Whatever. Nobody trusts the SEC to necessarily be protecting investors, other than very large investors who have, government money and government interests, aka like BlackRock. Robinhood, though, glad to see the stocks on the radar and stuff for that test net that we are definitely going after here. I don't like the way that it wrote me my news. I wanted to see what is going on social media. They didn't really give me that, did they? All right. Let's move along. It didn't do a very good job of giving me whatever is going on social media today. And for our price rundown, I do got to say real quick, trade going on. 1 minute flagging out above the 200, 21 interacting with price action. Here you go. Also kind of looks like a shoulder, head and shoulder for sure. I'm already in the long. I just got in it very shortly ago. We had our 0.5 bib retracement. Falling wedge broke up. Now we're in this flag. Flag looks good. The only thing that always kind of sketches me out with these is that obviously you have the shoulder, head, and shoulder. So we're going to see what happens. It's very tight in the pattern. It looks like it's going to pick a direction here any moment. Up 13 cents on that trade. Let's go. All right, let's go back to our price rundown. Refresh it, make sure we got the latest prices. All right, so 0.1% up on the total market cap. 2.6 trillion with all we've been through for the last couple of months. I would say not so bad. $74,561, 4.4% 7-day to the upside for Bitcoin. Ethereum, $2,334. BNB, $616. XRP, $1.36. Just been hanging out here. Hasn't really moved much. I'd like to get at least back to the 150 region. Solana, $83.64. Oh, chocolate salty. Okay. I think we usually call you NW. So, wagwan boss man. Boodum. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Sunny Little Tree, welcome in. Welcome in. Don't get me started with the patois now. All right, Dogecoin. Almost getting back to 9.5 cents, but I'm going to have to say closer to just a flat 9 cents there. Dogecoin I hold a little bit of. Hyperliquid, $43.65, up 13%. Pretty strong in the top 100 coins for sure. Cardano, 24 cents. Monero, $345. Zcash, also pretty strong. $360, up 14.8% in the last 7 days. Canton Network, 15 cents. XLM, 15.5 cents. Meme Core, still number 23 by market cap, 8.6%. LOL, name change. This was the name I had when I was a mod on Lifer when he started years ago. Bringing it back. Is it pre-shadowing where we're going from here? I think so. I like to think so. Welcome in. Rave Dow. Just up stupid numbers. Wish I would have bought it. That's how it goes. All right. What else do we want to talk about? Avalanche, $9.33. And, of course, SWE, 93 cents. I would really like to buy some SWE. HBAR, 8.5 cents. And from there, we'll go see where Flare is. Number 83 moved up a little bit. Up 7.3% in the last 7 days. Love it. Let's go take a look at what's trending. Let's look at some charts. Let's do some of our due diligence. The things we do pretty much every single day, except for Sunday. So we got Rave Dow. Aria took a huge dump today. I was not a fan of that. I said that many times. Engine Coin, Monad, Polkadot, BitTensor, Pudgy Penguins, Hyperliquid, Zama, MYX Finance, Bless, Siren, Aptos, Bitcoin, and Mesos. This is all what is trending. What do we really want to go over? Rave Dow. If you don't know what Rave Dow is, I don't know. You might not have been hanging out here very often. Aria is supposed to be an AI thing with a game at its core. Can't find any game. The trailer is weak sauce. I'm going to go with reminds me of Siren, right? And it's, yeah, Siren's pumping too. To me, it almost feels like a lot of these coins, like Siren, Area, Rave, they seem like they're just a front for somebody in the know to move money through. They don't seem legit to me. Where like Engine, Monad, BitTensor, Pudgy Penguin, Hyperliquid, Zama, these are all, I think, legitimate projects. Bless, we talked about a bunch. I don't really see anything here we really need to go over. I do notice a lot of these flags, though, or a lot of these 7-day charts looking pretty flaggish. Let's go see what that Fear and Greed Index is at today. Let's refresh it. 23. Thank you very much, Blues Guy, for posting all that. Yep, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. What day is today? Tuesday? Never know what day is going to be the slow day of the week. Sometimes it's Wednesday, sometimes it's Tuesday, sometimes it's Thursday. Very rarely is it ever Friday. Got the Solstice airdrop today. Cost $7 to claim. Might get $100. I've not been updating these. Drops are really getting lame, and this one involved a minimum 1K lockup for months. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, of course. By the time I start doing something, it's over. That's how it goes. No, I'm just playing. 23. Fear and Greed Index here. It can certainly feel that way sometimes, though. Hopefully the Robinhood and ARK airdrop are much better than some of these other ones that you've been talking about. Solstice, though, is there big money there? Okay, I didn't go to what's trending. I'm like, this looks really different. Make it the top 10 and not the top, or top 20, not the top 10. Here we are. So, Based, Decentralized Exchange, Aria, GameFi, Game AI if you want. Kind of failed today. Broke down. Zama, fully homomorphic encryption, Engine Coin. It's been around for forever. R2, yield based, blessed, AI resource computation, that kind of thing. Nomina, also yield and perpetuals and stuff. Rayless, I'm pretty sure is this, bringing on the next trillion people, or $1 trillion. It says 100 trillion, sorry. You'll see what I'm talking about. Rayless is a layer 1 blockchain for banks and users. If you go to their website, they have a very bold claim that they are built to bring 100 trillion liquidity and 6 billion bank customers on chain. If they did, it would be absolutely revolutionary, but I mean, from a no-name project like Rayless, very weird. Solve Protocol, right? Thank God for all these pop-ups. Solve Protocol is a liquidity infrastructure for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin DeFi, right? And think about it. Mining is basically solving a mathematical, equation protocol. That's part of the protocol to solve a mathematical equation. So Solve Protocol makes a lot of sense as a name. One Football is just really about soccer. They should call it One Soccer. I like that. Stakestone had its run, its day in the sun, if you will. Will it get more? I don't know. I mean, it had the craziest wick. Not exactly sure. There was a little bit of news around it. Might be what it was. I'm losing hope on the Robinhood LOL. ARK is doable. And I'll post one for Inc., which is Kraken, but it involves perps and locking up funds in lending and borrowing. Okay. Yeah, definitely post that information. I don't know if I'll actually do that one. I mean, Inc is a good name for Kraken's stuff. It makes sense. Good branding. Look at this thing, right? Went all the way to like $1.86 out of nowhere. Right now it's at 11 cents. Will it do it again? I don't know. Were they just running money through it? Don't know. It's a lot of questions around some of these coins because they don't make a lot of sense, right? Do they just start pumping because some big whale bought it and then people follow suit? Or is there a much larger, more orchestrated plan and play by a much bigger powerhouse of money and movement around the world? I tend to lean that way, right? I'm trying to find freebies but most right now involve real funds. Yeah. I mean, if it's small amount of real funds for airdrops, not a big deal. If you got to lock up tons of money and then there's potential of it being worth a lot less, then that's not as much fun. We mooning yet? Actually, yeah, we've been doing pretty all right, I'd say. Keep kind of moving this flag around. Really, it feels like the flag broke down. It's bearishly retesting. Seems like you might be getting this head and shoulders to play out, but how often do they dolphin dip price before it actually runs? Almost every single time. Yeah, underground wind moon. Hey, if I knew that, I would be absolutely loaded. You know that. All right, TrueFi, Tradora, Rave Plume, Mesos, Plasma, Infinex, Vanguard, Digital Oil, and Opinion prediction markets. Yeah, let's look at Infinex real quick. Not a whole lot to get super excited about on a Tuesday as far as new projects that like you've never heard of or interesting projects that are coming on the radar that we don't normally hear about. I don't see a lot of that. We covered it pretty good yesterday. Infinex is a decentralized exchange offering a user-friendly trading experience similar to decentralized exchanges. There you go. Let's see, what did it go up to? It went as high as almost 3 cents. Can we do 740,000 BTC? I need money for mail order bride. Okay. I don't know if you need that much money, but maybe over the long term, definitely, right? And I'm all for it. If BTC goes 740,000, these alts gonna kick. Hopefully, that's a normal consensus, but lately I'm not as sure. Cancel Infinex LOL after airdrop. It's dead, right? Infinex, not something I'm excited about. That is for sure. All right, let me move you guys over to TradingView here. I was doing the back and forth for the charts. I think I'm going to do it this way. We kind of like go through what's trending and then we'll come back. All the time when it breaks down out of these, then it turns around and pumps. Dolphin dips is what they normally call it. Anybody not familiar with what a dolphin dip is? So that would give us a retracement to like in the golden pocket, actually a little lower, between the 0.65 and the 706. So where that would kind of lead us to be. That shoulder, head and shoulder is very looming. And sometimes people will be like, well, I see the inverted head and shoulder too, but inverted head and shoulders are usually a reversal pattern for a dump, and a head and shoulder pattern is usually a reversal pattern for a pump. Don't usually get an inverted head and shoulder after a pump. That's odd. Yeah, exactly. All right, what else do we want to look at? Here's Aria AI. Go away. Here's my TA from yesterday. Yeah. I mean, what we usually do like 786 buys. I had posted that I thought it would be at least in the golden pocket. It certainly beat my expectation. I mean, you buy it, you put a stop loss under the 0 line where we started here. It'd be a very tight trade. That's one of those trades I wouldn't mind taking because super tight, very little loss, hopefully high potential in gain. What I don't like is the 15-minute reset all the way back to the top and you got like no price action. So Aria might be dead. So go ahead and throw a coin in here if there's something you want me to look at. Meme Core still killing it with wicks as high as $3. Let's get rid of this. Dang, this is a 4-hour chart. Just steady. That is what we call parabolic. Look at that. Yeah, that's parabolic, all right. How long can it hold it? Let's go to the daily. All right. And I mean, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Says you could go as high as $4.12. Shout out to that 100 meme core I bought to stake over on Memex. That worked out well. I have a feeling, though, this parabola is probably going to break down, because where is there really to go from here? It would need to go straight up, which maybe it does. In this environment, it's hard to tell what is going on. Starting to get a little bit more bullish environment. Let's go to the 1 hour. Oh, Project Pombu. What's up? Welcome in. Codeman says H-bar. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at H-bar for you. First, let's look at this Rave Dow and then H-bar. Don't go nowhere. I won't forget about you. And it did the thing. Rave came down, bounced off of the 618. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could call it 4 times it bounced. Couldn't get through, and so it decided to take off to the upside. And then from here, if you want to go to like a 4-hour chart, I think start from the impulse, from where the price action started to get spicy. Take the full range. Are we going to start breaking down here? I don't know. So around $5.75 is your 786. Now, if you look at your wicks on the top side, right? A lot of people love to trade these wicks. Okay, that one would have definitely gave you a better entry, right? This one, though, didn't really give you much of anything. So will this one that we just printed give you much of anything? I don't know. I don't really see any clear tweezer tops or bottom on the 4-hour. Yeah. Still looks like it. That does kind of look like a blow off top wick, but again, this was kind of a blow off wick as well. Swing traders love these. Maybe if the 1 hour reset, the short would be in play. The 4 hours low though. And we definitely got bearish divergence, and it really didn't do much for you. Let's go see here. Oh, that's kind of ugly. Let's make it a little bit better. Definitely had some bearish divergence, and it didn't really do much. He says, we doing some charting fire. Yeah, we do charting over here. And especially, you can always ask. If there's something you want me to look at, just ask. I'll be glad to do it. I got the lifer vision. That sneeze came out of nowhere. I almost caught it, but I didn't. All right, let's go get H-bar. And where do we want to look at H-bar at? Prefer a big exchange, but not perpetuals, because they can be slightly different. I prefer like a Binance spot. Add spot. It's Tether US. I'd rather it say USDT, but it's good enough. Definitely good enough. All right, here's H-bar. Let's start from something much better, like that daily. There we go. So definitely in a little bit of a downtrend. I think I would pull a fib here. Don't forget we had a bear market, right? So you're underneath the 786. You did have this huge run from like 4 cents all the way to 40 cents. So a nice 10x for H-bar at the time. You guys like money. No. Never that. Never that. Very rounded, right? Getting that kind of roundedness. Do we get some kind of cup and handle? Time will tell. Let's drop down. Obviously, that's the daily. So let's drop down to like the 8 hour. Of course, first things first, we need to get above a 200-day moving average. Somewhere where it matters. The hours bottomed out. Usually when people are asking about something like H-bar, they are talking a lot more of probably a long-term hold position. He says, my theory on why no alt season this cycle is that all the new money were airdrops and everyone just took all the free money. That was altcoin season, meta. Okay, that's an interesting theory. I'd have to chew on that one for a little bit. See how I feel about that. So definitely a little bit of a double bottom here for sure. Here's your previous double bottom-ish action there. I don't know, do you want to call it a cup and handle? I mean, you definitely have a nice cup. And then what the heck is the handle, though? This thing? I don't know. I don't like that part. I like the cup. I would go more with something like a double bottom. And then, of course, you could get the other shoulder for inverted head and shoulder. That would be pretty epic. Definitely going with some double bottom vibes there. If you go to the 5, you start to see the cup and handle for sure. I'll use the neater cup here. Cup. Then you got this handle. Just gonna project it out a little bit. Of course, the handle itself could just be a flag breaking out. That would pretty much get you back to testing the 200 on the daily. Sorry. The 200-day moving average on the 5-minute. I don't know where I got the daily from. This coffee's not kicking in yet. Ooh, what did I say? This is back to BTC for a minute. And if I didn't cover something you wanted to know about H-bar or time frame or something, just let me know. I did say that they love to do this dolphin dip move to just get everybody out, right? You're in a nice flag. This one honestly seems like it could be a symmetrical flag, really. And then you see it start falling out. So what do? You're flipping short, you're closing your long, you're doing whatever you're doing. And then they rip it to the other side. They do this all the time. So let's go see if we're up. On our trade. Up 43 cents. Not bad, not bad. See if we can get that measured move to where we want it. At 75,123. Let's bring up the book map on this other computer over here. Let's see, now we're challenging. Let's get rid of this fib retracement. Seems like now we're going to challenge this previous very local high here. At 74,642. See if we can get up above that. Again, if you don't know, we have a free link to our Discord in the description. Come hang out. I might stream Bookmap for a little bit over there in the voice channel. Connections. How many people ever use Bookmap? Use $20 a month is really not that steep if you're really trading every day. All right, let's go run through 3 minute, getting a little high, but still got legs. 5 minutes, definitely got room. 15 minute, a little heated, a little overheated there. 1 hour, just on the bottom. Tons of room on the 1 hour. And the 4 hour, pointing down. It's kind of like every other one is in, is the same. Oh, there we go. We just broke it. So are we liquidity grabbing before we dip? Or are we going places? Again, I'm just trying to turn $10 into $20 here. I think it's one of the hardest things you can do as a trader. It's much easier to turn $100 into $200 than it is to turn $10 into $20, and I like a good challenge, so that's what we're doing. And if I can't be responsible with $10, why put $100 in there, right? So we're really practicing having good risk management, and I'm already actually kind of failing at that, to be honest with you, because I don't even have a long projection here. Let's go up, take a look at this. See, that wouldn't be bad. That would be like a 3 to 5, but would I come down here to where my stop? It's like a 1. Yeah, see, it's a terrible trade. Even if I win, it's a terrible trade. I don't remember why I set it so low. There was a reason. Now I don't remember. But either way, really stop should be below this right here. Right. I don't know. I think we could probably do it. So the big red here is 73,500. I'm going to put it in the Discord, in the voice chat real quick. I'm going to stream it. I think that's a good idea. Maybe I'll start doing this before we go live. So if you want to see the book map, just go to the Discord, go to the voice channel, and you will see the book map. Le book map. So now we've broken out. Can we continue to get the move? It is 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Not a bad time to trade necessarily, but it is a little bit later. Let's see if we can get some of the follow through. And you know what it is. I'm going to raise that crypto IQ, guys. I want to tell you guys a story about cryptocurrency. All right, this is not loading. All right, let me get this to load. I got to run and do something for a half a second, guys. I just remembered. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am so sorry about that. Basically, I had somebody stopping by to buy something, and I totally forgot. Hey, bankroll, you do roll in right when I'm gone for a minute. All right, guys, that won't happen again. Like I said, I had somebody coming by to buy something, and I totally forgot they were coming by. So when I heard them bang on the door, I was like, crap. All right, let's get back to the show. Rocking with this this long right here. Stop loss. Gonna move that to just about right under where I showed you guys. I don't remember why I set it so low to start with. Maybe I was worried about getting wicked out. I wanted it to break out first. Sometimes I do that. Anyways, it is it says 5. It's a 5-to-1 ratio. I like it. Let's see if we can make it to our target. And I don't like to set my take profit because sometimes it wicks super hard through it and I will get a lot less. I'd rather set an actual alert. See, let me coordinate my two charts here. Let's delete all of that stuff. I set my alerts on TradingView, obviously not here. I cut my long early noob alert target 78K apparently. I hate CCP said something illegal. No, I resell all kinds of stuff. I have a whole resale business. So sometimes I find really good stuff and I just put, marketplace, Facebook marketplace. And of course, the only time this person had available to come get this item was like right now. So, or items. It was a bag of stuff. Anyways, hilarious. I didn't even think about somebody saying that. What happened to UG? I'm here. Message Discord went back. Okay. I guess I need to do that. I thought he was still here. I guess he's not. Nice. I see that he hit a little 81% on Blowfin. Don't sleep on that Discord. Bankroll does a lot over there. He's always hustling, looking at tons of charts. It's about to start matching your energy there. What is this thing doing? Okay, here we are. Here's the story for the day. What lev you on? Yeah, 21x I see. Yep, exactly. And we're just cooking. I mean, very, very unoften does it go like straight up, right? Typically, you get the pulse, a flag, a pulse, a flag, a pulse maybe. Something like that. And that's kind of even best case scenario right there. A lot of times it does this before it finally hits the target. All you real traders out there, I know you know what I'm talking about. So the 1 minute just reset. I guess maybe you could call this a flag. I don't know. Are we getting a flag here? Potentially. Either way, it's above the 200, in touch with the 21. Maybe we get a nice little pulse out of it. But let's raise that crypto IQ. He said, why a partial stop loss? Is it partial? Here, let's go down. It shouldn't be partial. It should be 100%. I don't know. I was in and out of a couple of different trades. So, yeah, it's a partial stop loss. It sure is. All right, let's just cancel that whole thing and add an actual stop loss. Oh, that's why. I see what happened. I clicked the wrong thing. That's why. And what is my actual level here? Looks like 74,300. 74,300. All right, that should be 100% there. And then where do I want to set my alert? 75,000. I'm going to set an alert there. and the back end on TradingView. That's what I was starting to do. I started to do way too many different things right here. All right. Bang. All right, cool. Yeah, says, yo, I'm here. Welcome back. I explained what was going on. I doubt you heard it. Somebody had to drop by to pick something up. Not illegal stuff. So who said that? That was Hate CCP. Yeah, hilarious. No, I run everything above water, guys, for sure. I got a whole family and kids and assets and houses. I can't be jeopardizing nothing for doing nothing illegal. A hodl method, just inged ondo. You inged it? Nice. You just hopped in it, or you just took profits? Anyways, we're watching that. Let's get to it. So being early is one of the most talked about ideas in crypto. Like I always say, we're early, but no matter what you're talking about, we don't usually specify time range, right? Because you could be early on a coin, you could be early on the entire crypto industry, you could be early on a narrative or an idea. You know, maybe you were really early on AI agents. Everyone wants to be early to the next narrative, ecosystem, the next opportunity, because in theory, being early is where all the upside is. But in reality, being early doesn't feel good at all. It feels unclear, uncertain. It feels like you might be wrong. And that's where things start to break down. I mean, think about being early is very much buying, especially buying heavily in a bear market. That would be pretty early, don't you think? But how does that really feel when we're in a bear market? It's very like dropped a lot, flat, not going up. Months have gone by, 6 months have gone by, a year has gone by. You're like, I don't know. That's every bear market, right? That's how every bear market feels. I believe he just longed it. Man, I saw someone on X who was down over 3,000% on a rave short. Oof. Well, I don't know when that was, but if it was before today, it just got even worse, right? Because it's still terrible. Camsta, how does that work? They owe a lot of money. Yes, they need it to bounce incredibly hard or drop because they're short, right? They need it to drop very hard, which could happen. Could also not happen. I'm going to call it like it is. Rave really seems like a front for some people moving some money. That's what it seems like to me. Doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. And that doesn't mean that Rave, the project, whoever built it, whoever put it, that doesn't mean they have anything to do with it, right? Because anybody can buy and sell it. All somebody would have to do is pick that project. That's all they would have to do. I thought that one guy, there was someone who messed up more than you did, so you don't have to feel bad. There's always somebody messing up worse than you. If you think you lost a lot of money, just know there's people out here losing crazy amounts of money, right? They have huge margins in trade, hasn't been liquidated yet. They are praying it goes green. Yeah, F-Rave, bro. Hey, that's how I feel about River. I already made plenty back. I don't feel bad whatsoever. That's just part of trading, right? Because people don't just make decisions based on logic. No, they don't. They make decisions based on how something feels and how early feels comfortable. It's the truth. We talked a lot about emotional intelligence in the last series, in the last week, in the last couple of days, all of those things combined. There's no confirmation, no validation, and no momentum yet, right? Bottom of the bear market vibes. So like, go back a month from now. So people wait. They wait for signs. They wait for movement. They wait for other people to show interest and validate them. And by the time those things happen, it doesn't feel early anymore and it doesn't feel safe. That's a shift. Most people don't chase early, they chase safety, and that is why they are late to the party. We're trying to fix that, right? Oh yeah, plenty lost their full port. Remember, 93% of all people trading lose all their money, or just are losing trades consistently. So if you're not losing your money, consistently. Your portfolio is not growing gradually weaker. If it is growing stronger, you're beating like 94% of people, right? I guess we'll get this next measured move going here. Got some length to it though. Looks like maybe 949. So we got a little while. Let's see what happens. I need to set an alert the other direction. The going lower direction. In a little bit of drawdown. 1 minute RSI, stochastic, slow. The 3 still resetting, the 5 still plenty of room to the downside, 7 minute plenty of room to the downside, 15 minute very overbought. And the 1 hour though has a ton of room to run. All right, keep an eye on that. What's this chat saying? Said I'm doing well, only down 60% from 2023. There you go. It's impressive though, getting a trade to 3,000%. Hey, it's not as hard as you think it is. I've been pretty close to that. Just keep adding margin, like forever. No matter what, just keep clicking. There you go. He says my port was at 12x from where it started with before Rave. Yeah, Rave they raved on you, man. Learn from this bear market. Exactly. And we could still very much be in a bear market. Bear market could be over. Or we might have like another 6 months of bear market, guys. So strap in and show up to the show every day, and we will keep an eye on it. Only here at this show. No other show. Except for the Lifer. I will permit that. You can watch the Lifer in the morning. No, I'm just messing with you guys. Let's do our airdrops real quick. Our hunting. I don't think I really need to pull anything out of this faucet, but I will anyways. Still about 1,000% plus 10x. Bankroll. Are you sleeping on this Robinhood chase for the airdrop or ARC? Highly recommend these two, man, if you haven't been doing it already. It doesn't cost you any money, and I know you sitting at your computer every day anyways. Takes you what? Take you maybe 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day to do both ARC and Robinhood testnet. Don't sleep on it. About 50K to 40K. Then almost everyone will say we're at the bottom. Then it will drop to 26K. Cam's still with the predictions. My stack straight. I got works well for me since I started it. There you go. All right. Apparently it's 33 minutes. Hasn't been 24 hours yet. But I don't really need those faucet coins. I just like to show it off so everybody understands what we're doing. So we'll GM on Robinhood chain. I'm not going to explain it unless somebody needs me to. I feel like I explain what we're doing here every day. Making transactions. I'm going to leave it at that. As many transactions as possible on a test net, not a main net. After this, I think we're going to go find out what's hot. What ecosystems are what's hot, what categories are hot on CoinGecko, and do a little deep dive in there, just like we did back when we were doing ecosystems. Now we're going to come over to this swap, make sure we have it on Robinhood. We're going to open side panel for MetaMask. That way y'all can see the full process. Copy and paste. So I don't have to type in the amount every time. Hit the swap. You'll see it pop up over on MetaMask. This is for the Robinhood airdrop. We will be doing the ARC testnet stuff next. It's just a matter of being consistent and doing it every day. It's not really about doing hours of something, unless you were going to do hours of it consistently every day. And then you start getting into a place, I feel like, where if it doesn't pan out, you really put too much time. If I put 2-3 minutes into something on a daily basis and it's lame or God forbid you get nothing out of it, I didn't really hurt myself too bad. You start spending 15, 20, 30 minutes every day on something and it doesn't pan out, that's a little different. That's definitely a little bit different. All right, let's do it one more time here. I did 4. Just making some volume, I guess, on the test net. We'll go back to on-chain GM. We will switch to ArcNet. We'll go ahead. ArcNet is, Circle USDC. Bottom is in, holding 65,100, entry holding for my dear life. I'm just optimistic though. We could go all the way up to 90K and still not make a large time frame higher high in my opinion. Yeah, very true. Very true. Well said, Bankroll, well said. And everybody go check out Bankroll's tab in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I don't know what you're doing. Gonna be adding some new stuff to the Discord here pretty soon. All right, go. Let's deploy a couple more smart contracts. All right, cool. Back to our swap. Switch to ARC. What about Helios NW? Or should I call you, what's your new name again? I'm so used to calling you NW. Where are you at? Chocolate Salty. Just gonna call you Chocolate now. Our tab more cracking than rave. Come join up. Live trade with the monsters and the wizards. Hey, Bankroll selling it. Bro, what's up, my man? Welcome back. Welcome back, Blues guy. I don't know where you went, but you're back. Paste. Select a token. Let's go with some US, some Euro C. Some government coin right here. Life is beautiful, Blues, he says. Absolutely it is. Let's hit that swap. Bang, bang. It's so weird. It's like not even asking me anymore if I want to do it in Robin. Let's see. Paste. Maybe I'm just clicking it. Oh, where do we go? All right, there we go. UG dreads are beautiful. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Guess I gotta pull them out when people ask about them, huh? Or say something about them. Blushing awe, exactly. Everybody beautiful. So yeah, there we go. We did that. Let's pop over to this one. I usually do like 2 over here. I'm going a little bit farther than I probably need to go right in a second. All right, one more, and then we're on to the next thing. Hey, long hair stores good energy, man. Exactly. Getting that sun prana to your brain. It's channeling it. All right, let's go to CoinGecko. And let's go back to what is trending, but let's look at categories. So perpetuals, of course, AI agent launch pads. Let's go check that out. FET, Griffane. Haven't seen that one in a while. XCAD network. Clawpump.tech. Fire. Brought. All right. Of course, the list down here is going to be by market cap, so it's going to kick a lot of your smaller people out. IQ, anybody? IQ should really be partnering with me. Everpedia has rebranded to IQ. If they don't give us a sponsorship, I don't know what they're doing. The world's largest blockchain and crypto encyclopedia. So what are they gonna tell us? It's like a wiki of crypto. We got people in crypto, NFTs, DAOs, cryptocurrencies, exchanges, dApps, and organizations. Let's go to organizations. How are these people not sponsoring us? I don't even know. Popular organization wikis, new organization wikis, the Cane, Wavebridge, Covenant. At least you got a sense of humor. Yeah, there you go. How's it going, fellow Trencha? Says French blues is fantastic, bro. Bruce will be full-time crypto then. Exactly. Soon will be retiring from welding, bro, and he's coming down here to these palm trees. Rave DAO. Let's see, what do they got to say about Rave DAO? They got a whole little wiki page on them. This is interesting. If they have good information aggregated together, maybe this could be a good place to come and look at stuff. It says Rave DAO is a decentralized entertainment initiative that integrates live music events with community-driven chapters and digital technology. It operates as a global network of festivals and local communities utilizing blockchain-based systems for governance. And if this is their main squeeze, these live events and, festivals, then how come they have nothing scheduled on their website? User engagement and operational functions. The project aims to extend the impact of lives. Okay, yeah, they have a little bit of an arm of, what's the right word? I don't know. Charity, that's what I'm looking for. Project aims to impact the lives of entertainment beyond singular events by fostering an ongoing interconnected community that serves as a platform for artists and partners to experiment with new applications for fan engagement. Rave DAO, yeah, we're not going to read anymore. You get the idea. Let's see what Sophia has to say. Yep, going great, bro. 9 longs, long and hard. Just looks at, yeah, take profit on space. I saw that. Had to touch grass while Biddy was pulling back. Yep, always good to do. I don't know how you do it, bro. Yep, it's cause he's all times monitoring pretty much. I guess other than when he goes to touch grass. I think we're about to my alert here. Yeah, my alert just went off. Not liking that. We need a bounce. Yep. I mean, I feel pretty good where my stop loss is at. If they come down and hit that off, then it is what it is. But you're pretty much back to where we started here, which is annoying. Very annoying. This back up. Dang, it's a 4.4. All right, well, this is interesting. I'd seen that IQ stuff before. Anyways, we were looking at what is trending as far as categories and stuff. Come on, go back. Go back again. So that was AI Agent Launchpad category. Let's see what we got for categories over here. All categories. If you're just rolling in, smash that like button, and welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Research Show. Right now we're taking a look at what these different categories over on CoinGecko, but really we're looking for what's trending here. So you got memes, infrastructure, blockchain service, DeFi, and blockchain. Let's go to DeFi. Let's see what's trending over here in the DeFi section. Not sure what they're ranking these by, or if these are even in any particular order over here. I don't usually look at this on Crypto Rank. Usually we do this on CoinGecko. Said I will be going live soon to show the sauce and setups, building themes around the page first. Anytime anybody wants to trade, I'm always down to chill and cook. I'm no lifer, but I'm getting more and more confident, and like UG said, I have lots and lots of free time to monitor that. Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, if you want, just start doing your stream. Like if you want to do like some practice streams, or you want to do it for a little bit before you like go live for real, highly recommend just going into the voice chat, hitting stream, going live, and running it like you got your own little show in there. And let everybody know you're doing it and what time, so we can all show up and support you, get you some practice. So you're a good-hearted man, will do, brother. I'll hit you up this weekend. One team, boss. Exactly. So this is all under the DeFi projects. Rain prediction market, not a real... Oh, let's go look at WLFI. Let's look at World Liberty Finance. Let's see what we think about it, because definitely been in the hot seat. Of course, it feels like... this is my opinion. I feel like big players in the world are trying to take it out on anything associated with Trump. Could it be something with the actual project? Sure, maybe. I'm not claiming to be an expert by any stretch of the imagination on what is going on with World Liberty Finance, WLFI, and we will go look at it. Yeah, we'll just do regular spot on Binance. I like that. And give me something nice. Let's start with a daily here. You know, what better way to try to, discredit somebody than to try to financially destroy any project they're attached to? They've already done this to the man for a long time. I'm not saying none of this is his own fault. Maybe it's, well, first of all, he's not the one running it. If it was anybody, it's his sons and stuff like that. But aside from that, there could be some wrongdoings or something. I don't know. There's tons of speculation. All I know is that when somebody's on top like that, people want to get at him. High chance you mess up his businesses, which they've been doing for a long time now. Remember when a court ordered him to shut down all of his businesses when he was running for president? Well, that would send you to about 5 cents. Okay, so they are claiming Sol is not secure from quantum attacks or some BS. That's so true, Underground, what you're saying. Yeah, exactly. And the funny part is, it's not exclusively Trump's, right? He's got tons of people who bought into it. His son's running it. Trump's not really involved in it. Maybe it was his idea. Maybe not, because if you've ever seen any of his son's podcasts or any of their stuff, they're big. Eric and them, they're big into, crypto and stuff. They know about it a little bit. They're bullish on crypto, stuff like that. It's probably way more their idea than it is Trump's idea. Yep, says you shook the whole world. Exactly. Deep. There you go. This is a 4-hour. I feel like this ascending triangle with the further down, this is kind of grasping at straws a little bit. It's just what popped out to me right away. So let's go ahead and delete that. Also, what kind of looks like is going on here, obviously, cup. Are you getting a double bottom? Will you get an inverted head and shoulder? Or will you get more of the actual cup with some kind of handle? definitely keep an eye on that. Let's flip it to the 15. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but your fibs, here's how we would normally pull them, right? From the bottom to the top. In a short capacity, you also can pull them from the top to the bottom. Now they're backwards, right? Now your 786 is way up here. And let's dial in here. Let's do a place where maybe there was a good example of this. Yeah, right here, the most previous one. I feel like, I don't know, Bankroll, do you pull your fibs opposite for short? Hopefully somebody's shown you that. So we'll pull from this top to this bottom. Zoom in. You'll see that you pumped up to the 0.5 and then you dumped. Who didn't know that you could pull your fibs the opposite direction, right? Because we're used to pulling them for longs. But who pulls fibs for shorts? Anybody? And I am streaming Bookmap right now in the voice chat from my other computer. If anybody wants to see. Looks like most of the liquidity, 73,500 for BTC. Let's pop back over to BTC. Yeah, I'm a fib wizard now, my boy. That's what I want to hear, man. It's exactly what I want to hear. Let's go. Now it looks like you could put this bigger flag going here. Love it. Let's finish up our IQ raising event of the night. Throw a 111 in the chat if you are not a channel member. If you will not be joining us when we go to the members only section that we do at the end of the stream. That's for all the real, for the bros hangout. A lot of times we do a lot of other saucy things in there. Where was I going? Oh, I was going to my trade, first of all. Okay. Then we were going to do the IQ raising event. I think I need to swap everybody over to, there we go. What do we got in here? Hate CCP says 111. Cool. Well, I don't know. You might want to consider it. Because at the end of the stream, we definitely do a lot of different things in there. Last night I was exhausted, so all we did was play some crypto slots. But hey, that's fun. I think that's fun. I think that's a good time. All right, let's get to our regular talking points here. Shout out to ChatGPT for organizing everything for me, because what a pain. I can only imagine how many hours it would take me if I had to organize all this stuff myself. So early feels uncomfortable, not exciting. That's the big takeaway here from everything that we're talking about, is everybody wants to be early. Everybody says, you know, I should have bought it when it was, you know, 0.0001 and now it's $1. That would be a heck of a gain, but you get my point. But how many people, think about this. Bitcoin used to be 4 Bitcoin for a penny. Actually, I think it was 5 Bitcoin for a penny. And people were very unconfident to buy Bitcoin when it was $3-4 a coin. Early feels uncomfortable, not exciting. Hopefully I made my point there. When something is truly early, it doesn't feel obvious. It feels uncertain and unclear. And that's why most people hesitate. Safety comes from confirmation. People feel safe when price is moving. Others are talking about it. There's visible momentum. That's when behavior changes. He says, smoke time, get at it. Says, bro, this is like now, early right now for the next big leg. Yeah, exactly. That's one point that I'm making, and this can apply to a bunch of things. I mean, this channel's early, right? Like, I show up and I do this channel for the last 6 months. I think we're probably moving on to about 7 months now that I've been doing this show. Before it was all pre-recorded content. But once we hit the bear market, it would have been really easy to just walk away and say, all right, well, when crypto feels safe again, when it feels like I'm validated and people love crypto, then I'll come back and do the show. The problem is other people would have been building the whole time, and they'll be the ones people go watch. So I have to believe that I'm early in the space and keep moving, but definitely early in respects to crypto and a lot of these coins right now. I mean, there's early and there's earlier, right? There's XRP right now at $1.34, and there was XRP at 25 cents last bear market, right? So there's different levels of early. Uncertainty triggers inaction. When people don't feel confident, they delay decision. That delay is often what causes them to miss early positioning. Social proof drives timing. Seeing others engage gives people confidence, but that confidence usually comes later in the move. Being early requires emotional tolerance. It's not just about knowledge, it's about being able to sit with uncertainty without reacting. Most people redefine early. Redefining something kind of helps you cope with the fact that maybe you're not doing what you know you need to be doing. People often think they're early, but they're early relative to the crowd, not relative to the opportunity. I'm going to read that again for the people in the back of this digital room, right? They think they're early, but their early is relative to the crowd, not relative to the opportunity itself. I couldn't have said that any better. Core insight: people don't wait for opportunity, they wait for permission to feel safe. Man, it's cray. I've been here with y'all since October. Love you, fam. Yep, back at you. Love the fam. Love you, fam. All of that. I know, man. We're just building and we're just moving, man. And I love all the people who have supported this channel, that have come in, had been confident, you know, that we're going to do something with this. They show up. Their greatest asset, their time. They show up and give it. I show up and give mine, and we're just creating something amazing out of it. And it's definitely going to come, right? And it does feel uncomfortable, right? Yeah, exactly, Blues Guy. I would say right now feels pretty uncomfortable. I mean, you have this kind of tiny push and price action that's made us all feel a little bit better, but it's not amazing. It's not amazing. I mean, Bitcoin's at 74,000, right? There's people are going to feel totally different when Bitcoin's back to 85,000, back to 95,000. When BTC breaks 100,000 again, especially if it holds it for like a week, people are going to feel like the bull run is now. But it's going to be a while from them. And then they're going to look back, they're going to do their TA, they're going to look at the prices, and they're going to think, man, I should have bought whatever when it was 85% cheaper. But they would have never, that's the whole point of everything we're saying tonight. They would have never bought that stuff at the time when it was 85% cheaper. It's so easy to look back and tell yourself that you would have bought the bottom, but you wouldn't have. Because a lot of people don't have the emotional fortitude. And it's not just emotional fortitude, it's crypto IQ. You're not just buying because you're emotionally stable than everybody else. You're buying because you understand the way that the market works, and when the opportunity is and when the opportunity isn't the strongest or the best. I want to make sure we get that straight. We only got about one, I think. She keeps us grounded and in order. The Blue Ladies. There you go. It's a reference to our crypto slots that we'll be playing. By the way, Blues Guy, the money you sent over, I matched it. It's waiting for us for the underground hangout. We're going to be slinging some slots, hopefully taking some profits. Says, man, I couldn't get the balls to short today. I mean, It depends, I guess, when. Today, I assume you mean earlier. I saw Lifer call the short. I want to say we were somewhere around right here, which would make a lot of sense because the 1 minute was losing the 200-day moving average. Wink, wink. We just had it's a 1 minute candle, right? So let's not get overly excited, but that was a pretty, sometimes I'll look at a candle like this one, the white one, which would be a red one on most people's chart. And then I look and I'm like, where do you see a candle quite that big in 1 minute candle like that? Let's see. You got a couple, no. Right here. It's the last time we saw one right here. Right? And what did it do after that? I don't know. Is it some foreshadowing? I'm not saying that it is. But I like to look back and see where the last time you have a candle like that, when you have something very distinctive, and what it did. It ripped right after that. So let's hope that's what's about to happen because I'm in the long. Did you buy it at 500? Oh yeah, I was telling my neighbor to buy BTC at 500 many times. Yeah, I think you had told us this story. He would come and tell me fiat is broken every other week. Yeah, I think you told us that, and then he didn't buy any, and you also didn't buy any, and you guys watched it pump in your faces. Hey, that's life, man. That is life. When I first tried to buy BTC, it was literally just based off of an advertisement that I heard over and over and over and over and over, where they were like, buy Bitcoin. And finally I was like, screw it, I'm gonna buy me $5 worth of Bitcoin, right? I didn't have a lot of money back then, right? And so, and I wouldn't say I have a lot of money now, but it's all perspective. Compared to what I have now versus then, I would think I have a lot of money, but now that I'm here, I don't have a lot of money, that's for sure. Anyways, the point is, I was trying to buy $5 worth of Bitcoin on Kraken. Many of you have heard me tell this story. BTC was 50 cents. I would have a lot of money, like a lot of money, if I could actually, if I actually would have bought it. But I couldn't figure it out with the wallet, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it. Many of you have heard me tell the story. I won't tell it again. When we sweep 76,000, I should have opened a short on Sol or ETH. I'm learning to hedge. Nice. Especially if I have 8 longs and open a hedge short. If we pump, all my longs will essentially cover it. Still learning to hedge though. Yeah, and if you get too into like going both directions, you gotta learn to cut the one off, and that can be tricky because you'll cut it off and then it'll switch, and then it'll just turn into Wreck City, right? But a lot of times it's like if you open a short and a long at the same time, right? Like because you're hedging or something. That's not really how you hedge, but you get my point. A lot of times you'll just make $0 because all your profit will equal about all your loss, and you'll break even if you're lucky. And I've seen people open short and long and mess it all up, right? It pumps, so they close the short, and then it dumps before they ever took profit on the long, and then so they lost money on the short and they lost money on the long. Heck, I've done that, just messing around when I first started trading. I feel like everybody at one point thinks that they're like, I can open a short and a long, and then I'll just cut the one off that doesn't. That would be assuming that price is going to steadily move in one direction, and it's up and down. Yeah, we love stories. Yep, there you go. Bro, Jason Casper is effing hedge legend. Is he? I don't watch enough Jason Casper. I know he's a good guy from a lot of the stuff that Lifer has told me about him. But there's too many people to watch. I don't always get to watch everybody. All right, let's hit a little bit of sesh. A little bit of a hangout sesh real quick. For a minute before we actually launch into the members only part of the night. Throw a 333 in the chat if you're going to come with us over to the members only part of the show. If not, it's cool. And this is going to sound douchey. I really don't mean it like that. But, if you don't think that, what I do is worth $3 a month, then that's your decision. That's fine. You're just not going to be able to come to the members only. And that's where we'd be powwowing and hanging out for sure. And I'd definitely be giving sauce. Sometimes the sauce is, almost always the sauce is very crypto related. But like last night, even though we played a bunch of slots, I gave the exact instructions on how to write into stake.com, social casino, write into them. You write a little handwritten letter and they'll give you $5 per letter. It's free money to gamble with, right? It's free money. So if you're somebody like that, Bankroll, I heard you mention it the other day. If you do the free $1 a day, then get you a free $10 a day plus your free $1 a day. And I have all that instructions was in the members only. So I'm just, my point was like how the lifer, you'll hear the lifer say it pays for itself. The members only pays for itself, in my opinion. Just that sauce right there that I gave out, you can definitely get you, you're going to write, even if you wrote a letter in the stake once or twice a week, that's still $10 a week. All you got to do is actually watch what we play and stuff, and you'll figure out real quick how to run your money through and actually win and cash it out. And then you can cash it out in XRP, right? And then you can send it straight. I'm about to get cooked. You can send it straight to your Coinbase, right? You don't have to put it in your bank account. I won $240 the other day over on stake.com off the free $1. I just moved it right to over to Coinbase, and then I moved it to my Examan wallet, and then we put it in the Flare ecosystem. That's another thing we do over there too, right? I know I've been talking about stakes a lot, but that's because I had been showing everybody how to write into stake.com. Flare ecosystem stuff. We do a lot of deep diving with the Flare ecosystem, stuff like that. We're going to do that tonight. I have another $100 that I need to implement into some kind of yield or something over there. So we're going to do that. Yep. Dude ripped AF. Healthy, wealthy, hilarious. Live on farm, grows all his own food. Yeah, exactly. I'm broke and have to get into a little debt for necessities. Totally understand, man. Hey, you know what might help you out? I don't know where you live. You might be available. The whole stake.com getting the free $1 every day does kind of depend on where you live. Like Blues Guy lives in Canada and it's stake.us. So go figure. They don't give him a free $1 every day. And there's some states too they won't give it to. It's not stake.com. It's your legislator. It's your state, right? That kind of stuff. But if you can write into them, I hope you live in America. If you do, write into them. Get you a free $5 a day. It'd probably take you 2 minutes at the most to write a letter. And then run it through. You're going to hit something eventually. I would honestly say if you wrote 2 a week, you got $10. With my experience of doing that kind of thing, and you have $40 to play a week, you'd probably pull in an extra $200 to $300 a month, assuming that when you hit a decent win, you actually cash out. Just throwing that out there. At that point, then it pays for itself. Out of your little extra $200 to $300, you go ahead and you buy yourself a membership again for the next month. But a lot of that members only, we're going to be looking for a lot of opportunities. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff like that. I have a lot of plans for the members only. Just have a lot of responsibility, so we'll be slowly implementing them day after day. And then, of course, love some Flare ecosystem stuff. I totally just hit myself with a rocket. Good thing we ended the game. Yeah, in New York, they ban cryptos here. So, yeah, there you go. Sorry to hear that. I think you can still do the write-in, but maybe not. Maybe you're not allowed to do it at all. My homie turned free dollar into $850 and then lost it. How did he lose it? He must have just like, the one thing you don't want to do, and I've learned this from playing those slots, is like you make like $100, so then you turn up your ante to like $1. You're like, I have $100. I'll turn my ante up to $1. You'll watch that money run so fast. It is incredible. Says Underground, I gotta go to bed super early tonight. Gotta be up by 3 this weekend. I'm off. Okay, that's fine. We can hold off, man. We don't have to do it tonight. That is not a big deal. And this is Chainers, of course. Get you some free BNB. Let's go sell what we got available in the pool. All sell. KuCoin and others are all banned. Yeah, KuCoin's been banned in America for forever. VPN for the win. Exactly. Have a good night, peeps. I'm a lock in for rest of the night. Great show. Always Underground. Hey, thank you very much. Sounds like everybody's winding down. Blues Guy, how early are you going to bed? Should I just skip on the members only tonight? Just because I know Melissa has to work. We'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. Getting a little flat here. Looking a little Bart Simpson-ish. Says, cheers, bro. Absolutely. It's got me feeling like I should close this long. I like hiding under the 200 moving average. Am I under the 3 minute? I am under the 3 minute too. Yep. A little flat though. A little flat. Let's see. We were real flat right here. Then we finally did get the pump. This whole thing is pretty flat. Yep. All right, back to the 1 minute. Back to the chainers. Let's see what our daily rewards are. And if I drop down my little wallet here, you'll see I got 0.009 BNB. But hey, it's all free. Takes me a minute or two a day. Tops. If you just do the farm, it doesn't even take that. In 1 hour bedtime, bro. Okay, totally understand. Go hit our free item of the day. Slowly trying to build up the farm. Oh man, my neck is killing me. Need to hit a massage parlor or something. Play the game for our free NFT. I wish they would make the reward like different tier. All you got to do is get to 1,000. Wish they'd have like a little reward for 1,000, maybe a medium reward for 5,000, and like a large reward for 10,000. That would be cool. So I could hit 10,000, no problem. But there's no point in playing it that long, right? Halfway there. Can't wait to stop the rat race. Makes me think of Minecraft. Yeah, it does kind of have a Minecraft vibe to it. My son plays a lot of Minecraft. But none of that Roblox. The world has gone crazy when it comes to that Roblox stuff. Take that. I feel like nothing is loading. Like, hurry up and load. I'll take that. There it is. Now we hit 1,000. Of course, now they start actually dropping, and I just like crashing out here. Just walking through walls of whatever these are. They could have picked better characters, like a cake, a vending machine, a lollipop. It's kind of stupid. All right, take me out. Let's get this prize. Yeah, chairs and benches attacking. I know. They could have, I don't know if they were trying to be original or what. Oh, I got a pumpkin. That's cool. I didn't have one of those yet. I'll take that. That's actually a decent drop. All right, let's hop over to Zverse real quick. And I will go ahead and implement that members only. Thank you, Blues Guy, for the super chat tonight. Appreciate you, my man. And we'll get like a nice little 30 minutes in of some play. And I'll save some of the other stuff for tomorrow. The Flare Eco messing around. We'll save that for tomorrow when you have a little bit more time. Am I on the right thing here? Let's members only live stream in 10 minutes, or yeah, let's do 5 minutes. All right, it's official. 5-minute countdown has started. This means I could lose these glasses. Needed that. Felt that crack all the way down into my lower back. Says, yeah, bro, 30 minutes is fine. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll mess around for a minute, and then whenever you gotta hop off, just say you gotta hop off. And unless there's a bunch of other people there, I'll probably hop off too. Zverse probably the most respectable DeFi game that I've played so far. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't have thought it would be this way, but it is. Actually can run around, actually has a game built, actually does updates and story updates, actually has real on-chain economy. I mean, still building too. Can't be mad at that. That's more than you can say for a lot of different games for sure. Can't wait for Game in DeFi Friday this week though, because I'm gonna try to dig deep and really get into a bunch of games. I'm hoping so. That's the plan. Maybe we'll start it an hour early or something. Trying to figure out this quest. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. So clear the plot, fetch water, and plant a sun flare. Like plant. It's like, okay. So here's the plot. It's empty. Then we gotta use our bucket of water. Says fill. It says it's a bucket of water. Sounds like it already has water in it, but it doesn't. All I know is when I go to an area to fill it, it's acting like it's not filling up with water. Again, at least Zverse is actually doing something. You can build items and sell them right on chain. You can literally, it's built. There's an exchange kind of built into the game. I literally just ran past it. I probably should have showed that. Oh, where am I going? Going the wrong way. Need to go down to the docks. Let's see. Can we fill up on some water? And you can switch easily between the game currency and the actual cryptocurrency. Non-consumable. I know that. Like, I want to fill the bucket with water. Okay. Obviously, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Just like any game, I gotta figure stuff out. 50 seconds, and we will be moving. To the members only stream. Thanks everybody for being here, by the way. Oh yeah, that's not what I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you. Oh, I'm not logged in. Well, that's no good. First, we gotta log into the wallet. Can I do it in 9 seconds? There we go. All right. And there you go. You can go from Spirit to Z. Z is the actual cryptocurrency. There is a built-in wallet. Later.